So the topic what I'm going to talk about today, following the love. I guess the best way to follow the love is to allow love. And what's happened is to give love rather than to withhold love. And we all know what it feels like to give love, and then we all know what it feels like to withhold love. And usually when we're withholding love, we have a reason to withhold love, don't we? Or we have a motive to withhold love. But you know what? That's not allowing love. It's not allowing love. Because once we go into our heart and allow love, that transcends all our thoughts, beliefs, and patterns that we've been carrying around and judging ourselves with and judging the world with. So just to allow love, I'm going to let go and I'm going to allow love. And when we allow love, that's when we speak those words. And later on we'll go, did I say that? Because we're speaking from our heart. And when we speak from our heart, it goes into the heart of another. And that's how we begin to change and transform. So to give love rather than withhold love, I think that's the whole teachings of Jesus the Christ. Because he was all about love and not judgment. I want to read a couple of verses from the Aquarian. This is chapter 135. It's a really neat chapter, and if you want to look at it this week, it'd be really neat. But I just want to read two verses. And Jesus is teaching in the synagogue. The nine disciples have left, and he's there with Peter, James, and John. Peter, James, and John, faith, wisdom, and love. Always supportive of what the message of the Christ is to be. So he's by himself, and he starts teaching the people in the temple some heavy things about who God is and who they really are. And then they start arguing with him, especially the Pharisees and the priests of the temple. Like, who do you think you are? This is what they say. You're testifying for yourself. Because Jesus says, I am the light. You're testifying. And he doesn't even argue with them. He just goes on. And there's a little discourse. But then this is what he says to the people that could hear him. It says, and then he spoke unto the people who believed in him, that listened to him, and said, if you abide in Christ, the Christ abide in you. And if you keep my words within your heart, you are the way. You are disciples of the way, and you shall know what is the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And the words we want to look at, and just put love for Christ. See, if you abide in love, and love abide in you, and if you keep love within your heart, you are the way. You are disciples of the way. And you shall know what is the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So disciples discipline to a belief system. Discipline to the belief system that love is. Love is all. And that's what his whole message was. Allow love. Allow love to allow you to transcend the law of the land. To transcend your history, your ancestry. To be here now. That's what that living Christ is all about. It's to allow that love to be alive in your heart, open your heart, and then just flow it. It's 2015. It could look different than it did in 10,000 AD. So, we're not here to make contact with our higher self. Isn't that really interesting? We're not here to make contact with our higher self. We're here to become it. We're here to become it. And that is the teachings of Jesus the Christ. See, God's our Father. God's our Father. I'm going to give you some little steps that you can take and follow to become, see, and manifest the sons and daughters of God. See, we are to become our higher self. To become that love, that light, that spiritual essence I am. Everything he did, his words, his actions, was a demonstration of what we are to become. And so it's really neat to look at life like that, you know. And it's neat to begin to explore and find out about ourselves. Oh, that's really cool. And then we could tell people about it. I'm really cool. I've got some wisdom and some neat insights here, you know. But we take it out of here, we put it into our heart, now we start living it. And you know what? We have less words and more action. Then our life becomes that demonstration. See, the love made manifest, the word made manifest. See, if you take my words into your heart, his teachings, his consciousness, that's what that means in Aramaic. And it's real powerful. Okay, I'm going to take this into my heart. It's going to be my food. Let love be my food. And let that love to flow. And so when we open our heart, we move from conditional feeling to unconditional kindness. So conditional feeling, that's kind of personal, isn't it? That's where we can get into motive and reason and manipulation. So we go into heart, that moves us into that unconditional kindness. So here's a feeling, and here's kindness. Can I help you out? Do you need something? So that feeling's kind of like internal, isn't it? And we might demonstrate it, manifest out into our world. I'm not feeling good today, so the world's not going to see Happy Patrick. But when we go into unconditional kindness, now we're going to take that action step, manifest, to be kindness. We all know what it means to be kind, don't we? Are we kind all the time? No. No, I'm not. You see? So that's our journey. That's all, like, the simple thing we break down, like, what's the teachings of Jesus? Behavior modification, change, change your thoughts, they'll change your actions. So, the main thought that he gave was that thought of love. This is real simple. That thought of love. You are loved, okay? And everyone on the planet is a child of God, and they are loved. Who are we to take love away from them? Who are we to withhold love? You see? When our nature is to just flow and to be. That's who we are. You know, we withhold love from one person, we withhold it from all people, and then we withhold it, i.e., ourselves. Isn't that interesting? When one is helped, all are helped. When one is harmed, all are harmed. So when we move into that state of unconditional kindness, open up our heart, love a little bit more, we begin to transcend the fears. The fear about love. The fear of loving and getting hurt. How about the fear of being loved? A lot of people have a subconscious fear of being loved, as silly as that sounds. Because don't we all want to be loved? And yet people push it away. They push the love away. Can't handle it. A lot of people, when they come into church here on Sunday, the love is so overwhelming. Can you feel the love in the room today? Those songs, my goodness. Some people can't take it. We'll never see them again. It's not anything you've done, because we want you to be loved. They're not ready to take that powerful love in. You see? That's what life's all about. We're all in the process of loving ourselves greater, and then in turn allowing that love to flow out into the world. That's the simple teachings of Jesus Christ. So in the process of walking, and let's be a little bit more kind in life, loving and kind to ourselves and to the world, okay? So that'll take us into a greater understanding of what love is, you see? I'll get an understanding. It's up here still, but that's a good place. We want to get understanding, okay? So we take that understanding and move it into living it. Understanding is a powerful step. It's an important step. Because if we can't understand it, we're never going to live it. So I want to understand it. Okay, I want to understand this, and then I'm going to go into my heart, and I'm going to start living it. Once again, behavior modification, teachings of Jesus. And the whole thing is we got to be willing to take the step. And it takes courage to take the step. Because all the people that are afraid of loving because they're going to get hurt, that takes courage. I'm going to take another chance. I'm going to take a chance on love. And there's a lot of people with that subconscious faulty thought that they might not deserve love. It takes courage to open up. What does love feel like? What does love feel like? And so when we take that courage, and we have courage, I'm going to allow love. I'm going to love. I'm going to start being kind. I'm going to make that part of my world. And you know what? When we start doing that, aren't we surrounded with people and experiences that would allow us to take a chance on allowing love in our life? That's kind of a good laugh moment. Like, does not our family give us opportunities to love them more?
Yes.
Unconditionally, no judgment. You know, okay, so we are, ha, that's so funny. So we're taking a chance on love, you see? And, you know, we all come together. It's not an accident that we're together. You know, our families and the friends and people, we're all drawn together, and we're each other's teacher, we're each other's student. We're each other's blessing. And what we got to do to see that is we have to go into our heart and then come from our heart. Come from our heart. We used to sing a song around here a long time ago. There might be a couple of old timers that know this song. And it was, love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? It's a nice country song. Don't you think it's time? We can look at the people in our life, in our world, there's just been this separation. You see, in reality there's no separation, we are one. But it's this reasonable, oh, it's not reasonable to love that person. Or they don't deserve it, and all this stuff, that just creates separation. And the only way that we can change and shift the consciousness on our planet, which we all came to do, is to accept our mission, and that is to be the love that we are. Allow the love I am to flow through us into our world. And that takes practice. See, it takes practice. Because we were taught to act a certain way. When we're children, our parents give us all this nice love and unconditional love, and they want us to be happy and all this other stuff. But then when the kids get a little older, and then the parent would maybe take on a little mantle of responsibility because they want the children to have the experiences that they want them to have instead of the children. And they might kind of steer them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then if you don't do what they say, then they withhold their love. You see? That's why we have that song. You couldn't do anything less. I'm going to love you. And that's a gift that we can give our children today, but we can give one another that same message today. Because we all mess up. Every one of us mess up. Sometimes more than once a day. But you know what? What is our intention? Do you see? What's our intention? Our intention is to love. Our intention is to be kind. It's to be who we really are. So I think this is a really great definition of unconditional love. Unconditional love means you have found the will, action, to treat others with kindness and compassion, irrespective of feelings. Isn't that cool? Unconditional love means you have found the will to treat others with kindness and compassion, irrespective of feelings. That's unconditional love. It's not ignoring them, you see? Ignoring isn't unconditional love. Accepting isn't unconditional love, okay? To treat others with kindness and compassion, whether we agree with them or not. You see? They might not have the same ideology as we are. Doesn't matter. We can still be kind and compassionate to people, can't we? That's what Jesus taught us to do, to be kind and compassionate. Unconditional love. To treat others with kindness and passion, irrespective of our feelings. Wow. Do you think that's a growth process? Do you think we're going to do some quantum leaping as a spiritual being, unfolding, manifesting, expanding greater love on planet Earth? See, these things I do, you shall do these in greater. Love begins with us. This is science, how's this? Okay. I think this might be from Deepak. I'm not going to say for sure, but it's neat. Okay. The words love and happiness express the same state of being, with the same physiological fingerprint. The same biological chemicals are secreted into the bloodstream. Okay? So, love and happiness, the same. I don't know if they're endorphins or what. There's some kind of chemical thing. So, here's this. So when you love, you feel happy. And when you feel happy, you feel loving. See how cool that is? When you love, you feel happy. And when you feel happy, you feel loving. So that's our shift. That's our shift. So instead of seeking love, we could begin to bestow love. You see? And so I'll ask you a question. As you give, so shall you receive. So we're going to start bestowing love. We're going to start giving love. And the law is coming back greater. Greater. God's good. The teachers that have come to the planet to guide us are good. And as we begin to go to their message, which is love, pure love, unconditional love, we transcend all man-made laws. Because they're just a belief system. That love is the truth, and the truth will set you free. Our heart is God's calling card. Our heart is God's calling card, if we keep it open. You see? Get a nice pretty card. You know, say Mother's Day. Everybody gets a nice pretty card. There might be flowers or heart on it. But you can't wait to open it up, can you? Because there's a beautiful message in there. Mom, I love you. You're the best. See what I'm saying? So we're all, y'all look marvelous today. Beautiful. Cards. Open up the heart. Now as we open up a heart, our true message can come out. Our unique expression of love. And that's the gift we bring. So we can begin to speak from our heart, connect with our heart before we speak. Think from our heart, connect with our heart, think. See from our heart. What's here for me to see, you see? Look beyond. Touch. Touch from our heart. Go into our heart and feel God's love. And then when we touch somebody, they're going to feel God's love. See, this is all our opportunities, which are great. And even listen. Listen. Listen with the ears of God. What is this person really saying? You know, the world's crying right now. The world's crying. No one's listening. Because everybody's right. As we go down to our heart, we'll hear what they're crying about. What do they need to feel loved? What do they need to feel loved? That's our potential. That's the gift that we can bestow on our planet. One is healed, all are healed. I.e., we heal ourselves. Let's go with them. Once again, let's just close our eyes. Close your eyes and breathe. And ask to feel God's love filling you once again. Foreshadow us with light, Father, that we are filled with your love. And in your love, we create this sacred space of greater love. And we ask to be used as channels of love this day, collectively. So everybody just breathe and ask to feel your heart. You may be able to see your heart just growing and expanding in your radiance, or feel it. But know that as you've asked to feel your heart, to see it, it's growing and expanding. So we gather together in one accord this day. And it's Sunday. And it's a day to do something for the good of the whole. So as we join together, our hearts linked in one great love, let's just all collectively send our love, our personal love, in alignment with God's love to Mother Earth. And just see Mother Earth being blanketed with love right now. A beautiful, soft energy of love just blanketing Mother Earth. And just watch as it begins to permeate deeper and deeper to the core. The core of Mother Earth, quickened in love, divine. And then it begins to radiate back up through the earth. And then that love begins to encircle our planet once again. And it's our intention this day to send love to all life on planet Earth. That they feel, on whatever level they feel, love, oneness, harmony, and peace. And just breathe and feel that shift that's happening right now upon our planet and within your heart. When one is helped, all are helped. When one is loved, all are loved. So just breathe in the love and know love is your only purpose. Gently open your eyes. After every class we have homework. Your homework this week is to allow love. Allow love. If you catch yourself withholding, limiting, oh no, resisting, take a breath and go, I now allow love. These magic words, I now allow love. And you will feel it. Remember, we're not here to contact our higher self. We're here to become. And so it is. You got it.
You got it.